Hello and welcome to WhatMap for Cities Skylines, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. There are thousands of items on the workshop now, so finding the right one for your next city build is a huge task. So each day, Monday to Saturday, we'll review some using our 5-star rating and the coveted seal of approval. So join me, fellow Skylines explorers, as we venture out to today's new land. Who am I? I'm BonBonB, and you are very, very welcome.
Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. BonBon here. How you doing? Right, it's Friday. Friday's request day, and today's map was requested by a subscriber down in the comments. That subscriber being Summit P Wakwana, and I've been looking forward to saying Summit P Wakwana ever since it was requested. It was voted in by the BonBon buddies over on Patreon, and honestly I expected to rate this really lowly indeed. It's not done too bad. Yes, it's got problems, but the sort of problems that you'd expect from somebody who is, well, fairly new. In fact, very new.
It's my first map.
Very, very new. And here's your first daily reminder for today. That's right, hit the like button really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day, so thank you very much for your support. Right, let's see this first map, shall we? And it's Waterland by Maverick Hawks. Maverick Hawks, an excellent flight simulator name, I think. I like that, actually. Let's have a look at the start square. The start square has a real vanilla map. Yeah, Colossal Order vanilla map feel to it, I would say. And then if we have a look at the resources, they're all in the 25 tiles too, so that's very vanilla Colossal Order style as well. Let's have a look, is it vanilla when we get to the workshop? And the answer is no. It does require the mass transit DLC and one tree. There is no prescribed LUT, so we're using realistic 1.2. It says mass transit. Honestly, have a look at these roads. I think you could quite happily get away with not having mass transit. It would probably be fine. Only one little area that probably might possibly maybe be a problem, and to be honest with you, that's the least important part of the whole map. So hey, we'll ignore it, shall we? But we'll have a look anyway. Where's the fun in ignoring it? Right, okay, the roads are of a reasonable standard, especially for a first map. They're good equidistant, there's no glitching between. That's like probably the minimum distance you can get away with no glitching. For those of you that don't like glitching like me, that is a godsend. Never marked down for glitching. Well, not these days anyway. I've moved on. Then we got a bridge. Our bridge is quite high. It's got a bit of a run up to get to, a little bit of foliage as well, creeping. Nicely detailed and about the minimum level. Oh, look at that. That was perfect timing. Thank you, Mr. Cargo Ship. Yes. About the minimum level it would need to be. So we need those slopes to get up there. I would taper them in a little bit further out, but that's still okay. And this is your start square intersection. A cloverleaf and a little bit low. It might maybe just be high enough to be donut proof. Can't be sure without full testing, and I'm not doing full testing. It may or may not be donut proof. We'll give benefit of the doubt, shall we? I think so. Up here to the next bridge, again raised up sufficiently. Oh look, perfect timing. Come on, Mr. Cruiser, let's have a look. Perfect. Yep, very happy with that. These are perfect bridges. Somebody's been watching tutorials. God bless you. I know I do these things for a reason. Now if we follow the highway around, something odd happens now. Not dreadful, just odd, weird. Okay, we're now going to run parallel with this other highway. When I say parallel, I don't mean until the intersection. I mean until the edge of the map. This is the highway that goes to the start square. The other highway, it's almost like I'm new. I don't know how to bring these two highways together, so I won't bother. It's really weird. Very weird indeed. But anyway, the second highway leads up in towards the middle of the map, and maybe it's been done to cut down on traffic. You know, this traffic's only going to go to one location rather than 4 potential locations. I guess it will cut down on traffic. Even so, this traffic can't get to the start square. until of course you link the two together, in which case expect to have a whole load of traffic all converging. So anyway, we're back to mass transit. Okay, we've not seen anything yet that would suggest mass transit. The next, oh, a bit of jinky janky there, wee little bit of jinky janky there, tiny stuff, it's fine. And the same on the opposite side. Oh, I think parallel road tools being used there. I suspect that's the cause. Both jinky jankies in exactly the same location. That would make all sorts of sense. Bit more possible, yeah, minor jinky janky going on there. Not as bad as the first one. The first one wasn't the worst either, to be honest with you. Okay, now we're heading down towards an option. You ready? Here's your option. It's an intersection, which is a potential start location. We've even got rail running right up to it, which we'll see in a minute. Then if we turn inland, we have this. Now, I think this is all vanilla. I think that is all vanilla, without checking, triple checking. It seems a bit of a weird intersection to have right there. I don't know that it's going to serve much of a purpose, and we've got highways running through the middle of it. Don't really understand. Then we've got a bit of a bowed highway ramp there. So that's that could be tidied up as well. And then we've got the highway. Now, this is the thing. I can't remember exactly. All bad jinky janky there. I can't remember. Was this mass transit? I'm not sure it was, but I'm going to say that it was just to give them benefit of the doubt, okay? So this is where I'm not sure that this road, but this road doesn't really do anything. And to be honest with you, you're going to want to delete it anyway because, oh, more jinky janky there. Because of these switchbacks. Look, we're going up the hill, and then we're going back down the hill. We've seen this before in the past, and it is a beginner's error. It's a... You need to, I need to do a tutorial on switchbacks, don't I? That's what I need to do. Yeah. I have got that building on steep hills tutorial. Maybe I should have linked that one in today's episode, possibly. But again, up the hill and then down there. This isn't what switchbacks are for. This is not what switchbacks are for. It's, yeah, we'll just... Shall we just let them have it? Anyway, this road comes all the way up here, badly, and then it just stops, dead ends, as we enter the fog. I would show you, I would switch the fog off, but it's like, there's nothing to see, it just stops. I don't really understand. Maybe it's so we can get to the lake at the top. A nice little tourist route to the lake at the top. But it doesn't really go to the lake at the top. It's a good chunk of distance away from the lake at the top. Yeah, I would suggest that if you're going to do a tourist trip to a lake at the top, at least have a jetty there to make it look like, hey, we're going to the lake at the top. Now, this bridge, though, this bridge is perfect. In fact, the bridges have been really good on this map. And the highways have been generally, apart from a little bit of jinky janky, have been generally pretty good as well. Now, it's a kind of a semi-fantasy map, this one. And so I'm going to let this stupidly huge cutting go, because we've got a stupidly weird lake at the feature point of the map. So if the lake is supposed to be, then I'm going to let that be as well. What shall we do now? We'll head over and have a look at today's asset of the day. And this one, it's from our old friend King Leno. It's a Lipscomb Pits Insurance building, and it's brown, and I'm in love with it. I love it. It's so cute. I might just have to use that in my city build Devo. And factoids, because factoids. The largest Maori dugout canoe was 35.7 metres or 120 foot long and carried up to 70 people. That's a cargo canoe. I know a joke about cargo. No, I'm not going to do it. I can't. It's a visual joke. Anyway, let's convince. By King Leno, today's asset of the day. No, I can't do the cargo canoe gut joke. No, I can't. It's a great joke. It's one of my favourite jokes, but it's one of those visual jokes. Oh, look how steep this rail is. Look how steep this rail is. Okay, we're kind of in the fantasy world, but even in the fantasy world, I'm struggling with that one. But yeah, no, yeah, it's you know those visual jokes where the joke you actually have to physically do something physical. Oh dear, I so want to do it though. Anyway, cargo canoes. We've got foliage encroaching onto the railway line. It doesn't look too great. And the shipping doesn't go through, which is fortunate. Yeah, off you go, that way, off you go, thank you. And then we'll head down towards the start square. We kind of bows away a little bit there as well. And we've got a lot of foliage down this stretch of the rail as well, cutting into the catenaries all the way along here. I actually do like these new vanilla. They're a little bit dark for my liking, but I do like these new vanilla trees that we've been given as of, I believe it was Park Life DLC. They're free and they're fine, absolutely fine. Anyway, this rail just dead ends there, gives you options, I guess. The second rail line, this is supposed to be an abandoned line, so I guess the trees overlapping this rail doesn't matter so much. How do I know it's abandoned? Well, you'll see in a minute. We're going up and over a little bit of a hill there. Well, not as bad as the hill on the opposite side of the map. But yeah, if you're looking for realism, it's not here. If you're looking for a fun build, this might be the map. It's not hideous. It's not. You wait till we get to the ratings. Anyway, abandoned railway line. Lots of trees overlapping the catenaries there. And there we got everybody's favourite factories and the overgrown railway lines there as well. So, anyway, let's have a little intermission.
Have you never quite worked out how to use Ploppable Rico? And what the heck is Ploppable Rico anyway? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Ploppable Rico by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And we're back with the shipping routes. Now, we've got this one shipping route here on the right hand side that goes along here and then goes along the side of the coast and into the river network, which is fine. It goes under the bridge, which is fine. Then it goes up here and has a slightly phallic loop around here, and then goes back down the river this way, and it will go through another bridge, which is perfectly fine. Again, no grumbles with that, and out the river delta and off the edge of the map. Then we have got a second shipping route, which comes along here and just goes along the outside of the map, like this. The thing is, this is the problem route, because if you get any shipping on that second line that needs to get to a cargo depot, say here, it's got to cut across that first one, which could cause ship collisions. Not that they would collide, but it just looked bad. And this bit up here, this is weird, right? Because you've got all this shipping that's having to go up there to loop around and come back, whether it wants to or not. So I would have preferred a little shortcut across maybe there, a tighter bend around the point there, and maybe just a one-up shipping route just to there, just to give access to that area. That would make a bit more sense. Water flow, well, we might have a waterfall or something going on here. We'll come and have a look at that in a minute. And that is providing all the water flow that this river network needs. There's no question at all about water flow on this map. The water flow is a plus point. And if you like maps with water flow, then this is definitely your map. Let's have a little look at the map. We've got these hills around the outside, and they are clearly hand-drawn. They're very vanilla, very basic, very colossal order. Some of the tree placement on it is quite pleasing, actually. There's nothing on the steep slopes, so you can see there's been a little effort put in there. And then we've got this lake. We'll come back to the lake. And then we've got the hills going around the outside as well. They're not the worst. They're not the worst. They are definitely for background, though. Middle of the map, we've got turn terrain lines on. Is almost entirely perfectly flat. There's one or two minor raised areas, but it's all very easy to build on. Very good for the beginner. Slight raising of the banks there to keep the river in place. Now the river is good. It's wide. There's plenty of water flow we have seen. Nice bit of rock work going on there as well. And then we'll head up towards. We've got the castle. And the castle at first glance looks okay, but I'm not buying this. I don't really understand this pockmark castle type thing. Yeah, the whole of pit. I don't know. Was that where they chuck all the sewage or whatever? Once they I mean, you're so close to the river. I don't know what that would be used for. Maybe, I don't know, throwing prisoners, possibly. A little abandoned village there. And shall we have a look at this? The elephant in the room. Yeah, it's actually going to be, credit where it's due, it's really hard to get a curtain of water like this. Trust me, you try and do this. Get a curtain of, this is excellent water work. Getting a curtain of water as smooth as that, and here as well, this is absolutely excellent waterfall work. Okay, over here we've got like a side waterfall, plenty, and one on this side as well, side waterfall over here. So that's all excellent. There is one tiny little flaw. Okay, it's not entirely realistic. I have said we're going with the fantasy nod for this map. So we've got good water flow going down those ones, good water flow going down here and out that way, and no water going down here, which is a little bit confusing and bemusing when we've got water piling off the edge of this cliff from here. So I thought this was just water glitching out. Yeah, it's there, but it's not there. But it's not. There is actually a water source right there. So Maverick is aware that there was no water flowing through there, and rather than fix it, has provided a little aesthetic trick. It's a fail. It's a fail. Everything is almost brilliant about that. Almost. I'd rather have seen it fixed. This lake doesn't make any sense at all, but it's a fantasy world, so I'm going to let it quite happily be. Okay? Don't question me on that one. Let's go and have a look at some more detailing. We haven't yet seen any... Oh, look what I found. Is the essential lighthouse. Ooh. Nice bit of foliage detailing going on here. You need a ladder to get in. Yeah, it's the old ladder to get onto the path job there. Never mind. I've seen worse. I've seen better. I think there might be another one around here which is slightly better. Let's have a look. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. See, that's a better one. Absolutely fine, that one. I'm happy to let that one survive, you know. So anyway, yes, it's looking along the coasts. We've got the famous saltwater trees of Waterland. I'm guessing this is the sea and not a big lake. I could be wrong. It's a fantasy world after all, so anything goes, yeah? Anything goes? Yeah, saltwater trees. Fine. All good. There are such things as saltwater trees, I know. But, oh, we've got some more drowned trees out. Like this one on the bank is fine. That one I don't buy into at all. Right, your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? More drowned trees. This is somewhere in between. We use your votes. They really do count. We use them at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. Okay, let's settle down. We've got a feature on this, haven't we? That's got to be the thumbnail. Right, aesthetically, do you know what? I don't mind it overall. It's not pretty, but I don't think it's particularly ugly. It kind of just about holds itself at a low 3. Big 3 stars. Excellent. Detailing. I was expecting this to be a lot worse. There are some issues. More with, well, yeah, there are some issues. But it's not bad. I'm going to give it 3 stars again. Gameplay potential, I would happily give this 4 stars, but for the craziness with those 2 highways. That just lost a star instantly, I'm afraid. So 3 stars for gameplay as well. Now that's a pass mark, 3s, 3s and 3s. Not bad for a first map, and I was actually genuinely surprised. And the waterwork on those, the curtains of water on that. Waterland anyway by Maverick Hawks. I think there's some really good stuff in that map. Just more practice and more experience. Not practice, more experience. I think the skills are there. The skills are definitely there already. Right, okay, your chance to vote on an old map on the screen now, and don't forget tonight, it's part 3 of Duvo. We'll be building the waste treatment plant, where we do all the recycling and stuff in my new city build. Join me for that. Thanks for watching. I've been BonBonB, and you've been very, very welcome.